going through the second lottery. But I want to talk to my friends at, Shamayev Law and just discuss some things. And give me a second, I'm just going to add them. Is doing awesome today. Let's see. All right. Stanislav,
Hey, Omkar.
how are you doing?
Long time no see, huh?
Long time no see. I know. What has it been? I think maybe we did it October last year, our
Yes,
podcast.
I think about close to almost a year from this point. Yeah.
I
So
know. Yeah.
you look great. You look like you making the case of Benjamin. You're going back with your age.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. Yeah. I'm much more happier, by the way. I did move to Dallas, Texas now. So I know. So
Okay.
it's warmer here and so it's really nice. So I love it. I
Yeah.
think that's helping me stay young.
Okay, yes, it's good. Well, you need to try Miami too, because that's another place to stay young as well.
Definitely. I was thinking about Miami and but I think maybe I would never get off the beach. So that was the problem. So I said I'll
Ah,
be a little bit
that's
away from that.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta stay focused when you're in Miami.
very true, very true. There are a lot of distractions. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
yeah, great to have you here, man. Thanks for, this has been exciting. I'm really enjoying working with your team so far, and just wanted to see how we can help our people. Over the last few months, H-1B lottery has been tough with a lot of my students, a lot of my followers, and we wanted to talk about O-1 visa because I've been getting a lot of questions. And what's happening is people are a little bit not sure who can go after O-1. And
Hmm.
so really want to ask you some questions, so maybe before that, I'll let you introduce yourself and we can after that, go into the questions.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's go ahead. I do believe that O1 visa is not only a great alternative to H1B visa, but it also on its own, it's a great way and kind of simply easy way to get the foot in the door.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's a great visa, and I'll be more than happy to discuss it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Can you tell us about yourself though, like your company and like, what you guys do? Because people have seen my videos with you, but some of them are new followers on Instagram. They don't know what we do and stuff like that. So yeah.
Sure, sure. Yes, I'll be more than happy. Guys, let me introduce myself. I'm Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney here in Miami, Florida. My company has been in existence for almost 10 years, and at this point, we are about 100 people working on the project with 10 departments. We are specializing in talent visas, national interest waiver visas, and business visas, right?
Mm.
So we don't take, the family immigration. We don't do the student visas. We may help our clients when they hire us to do those little things, but we don't take outside cases for that. So our operations extend to more than 55 countries in the world. We got more than 2,500 approvals for these years of working on this type of visas. And our goal is to bring 10,000 people to the US by the year 2030. Okay, so the whole team is working hard to achieve this goal. We a little bit short on time, I would say. So, always happy to bring somebody in to get the approval for the petition, which we actually have 90% approval rate across all the petitions. And O1 is one of the visas where we get 99%
Nice.
approval. So basically, if I qualify the case, and if I do the free evaluation, and we're going to be talking about free evaluation today, right,
Mhm.
Omkar?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the first step to begin the process. If I qualify someone at this time, that means that it's 99% we're going to get it approved.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. We did the O-1 podcast last year, and so since then, so many people have reached out to me. They were like, "Hey, because I remember last year you were giving free evaluation for a while. So if you can do that again, that would be nice for my audience. So they have a special privilege with that. Because
Absolutely, that would be the special gift for your followers to get a free evaluation for O1, maybe EB1A, because those are like close visas,
Mhm.
and we cannot forget for about national interest waiver as well.
Yeah.
So we may consider different forms of free evaluation, of course.
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of people here who are also like, they have H-1B and they want to get onto like, they may have an EB2 visa. They might want to get onto EB1A as well. So those
Uh,
things
this
they,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
this one is a big chunk of our Indian clients today because so basically the way we structure today's stream is to help people understand what are the alternatives to H1B, right?
Mm,
And O1 is a great alternative. I do believe we need to address also those who already on H1B in the
mm,
US, with many of them EB2 approved with priority dates, sometime 2018, 19, 20, 21. And what we do for those people is we're getting them EB1A approved, the green card for the talent, and we substitute the priority dates.
mm, mm.
So basically, once we get EB1A approved, we can get a green card right away,
Perfect.
right? So I think
Perfect.
this is a great way to get off the boat, and live a normal life.
Got it. Awesome. So how about this? I know we have about 23 minutes more, and so I want to get into the O1 visa, and I have some
Hmm.
questions. I'm going to go through them, so I can remember.
Sure.
So let's discuss about O1 visa. Uh, who can apply for an O1 visa? Can you like take us from, let's say, I'm in US. I have maybe, a degree in US, and then couple of years I've tried for H1B. I haven't gotten it. Now, can I prepare? Is that enough experience? When can I start? So if you can give us like maybe like 5 to 10, like, minutes of like O1 overview, who can apply and stuff like
Absolutely.
that.
Sure. So who can apply? Absolutely anyone, right? There is no limitation. There is no limit by country.
Hmm.
There is no any obstacle who can go ahead and apply,
Mm,
right? Of course, there are five categories. That's art,
mm,
sport, education, science, and business.
mm,
Okay, but those are very expensive categories, and anyone can fall within them, right?
mm.
So that's the common view on that. What are the criteria to get O1A approved? We
Okay.
need to do basically we need to have two sub criteria for this visa. Number one, we need to have an employer.
Mm,
Okay, so that could be an American company which wanted to sponsor you for H1B or for any other type of visa. It didn't succeed for whatever reason. So usually we do have an employer. However, not too many people know that we may register our own LLC, our own company that
mm,
will be an employer for the purpose O1, right? And then we can either find an employer in the US and switch the employers, or work as a contractor through our own
mm.
company, okay?
Got
So the
it.
employer part is kind of easier than a lot of people expect.
Mm,
Now, what's the
okay.
second part? The second part, we need to prove three criteria out of the eight.
Mm,
Okay, so there are eight criteria. Which are those criteria? Awards, press about us, professional associations, the judging the work of other professionals,
got it.
contribution in the field, critical role in the company with distinguished reputation, commercial success, and scientific publications.
Got it.
Uh, and it may sound like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like daunting, like what's going on here? Like I don't have any awards, I don't have any, I didn't judge anybody else. So, but don't be discouraged, guys.
Mm,
Let me tell you,
mm,
as long as you are a good professional in your field, right now, without you knowing, you satisfy at least two criteria, probably two, maybe more, three to four. which ones we usually have at the beginning of the case. The critical leading role in a company with distinguished reputation, okay? So that one is the easiest one, because all of us worked at some point for a bigger company or a famous company or some company that has a reputation in the field, right?
Got it.
And we
Got it.
did something for them in IT services, engineering, marketing, whatever that is. So that one everybody has. Second, the commercial success. Because we worked in those companies, or it could be our own company with a reputation. There is no limit here. We usually make a better money than the average person in the field. Okay, and as long as we make 20 to 30% more, we already can make an argument on that.
Got it.
So these two criteria are the basic ones for O-1. Which ones we can add to that? We can add press,
okay,
and we can add academic articles.
Got it.
So those two criteria are finished with working with the PR agencies, right?
Okay.
So we work with the independent PR agencies, and they help our clients to achieve those two criteria. So right off the bat, it's already 4 criteria. And usually it's either association, okay, or judging the work of other professionals, or even contribution in the field. Professional association, it depends on the area. The contribution in the field usually is done through those companies where we work. Okay. Let's say we worked in an IT company, they have some kind of product for the market, and it plays significant role. So we already participated in that, so we contributed in the industry. Okay. And judging the work of others is probably the easiest out of those 3, the associations, contribution, and the judging, because the classic way is to go and judge some kind of competition as a juror. Okay. However, the alternative way is to assess the professional qualities of people in the company. Okay, so if we ask in the company to assess the performance of other professionals or do the review of their work, this is already the judging of other professionals. Okay,
so quick question, Stanislav. Let's say I'm a manager and I have employees who I give them, like, let's say at the end of the year, I do performance reviews for them. Would that qualify?
In most cases.
That performance, right? Yeah.
In most cases, that would qualify. Okay. Definitely for O-1. Okay. Definitely for O-1. Okay. EB1A, we need to see the more details, because still O-1 here and NB1, you cannot see it. It's up there. So yeah, but for the purpose of O-1, most of the annual reviews, semi-annual reviews, quarterly reviews, they're really good way to prove the judging of other professionals.
Got it. So I think I have a quick question people are asking. So folks, if you, what we are going to do, if you go to my link in the bio, you can see Stanislav's information there, and then you can just click on the link and get your profile reviewed. So the link is in the bio, and you can just contact their team, submit your resume and stuff like that. And then their team will get usually within 24 to 40 hours. So they'll get back to you, right, Stanislav?
Yeah, so there would be a link for the free evaluation, right? That's what we're talking about. So you guys need to fill out that form in the link and submit it. Make sure you submit it. Last question and forgot to press. So submit it, spend 10-15 minutes on it, give me as much information as possible. Don't be just yes, no. Okay, yes, no doesn't work. Give me the details. It will take me up to 2 days to analyze your forms, and I will get back to you with the initial analysis, which visa is good, which criteria we have, which we don't, and if we have the potential. And if we do, then I will invite you to the complex immigration planning, where I will build the written strategy of your case.
Got it. Got it. That's awesome. Okay. So should we continue with O-1, or should we jump into EB1A and EB2 now?
So let's summarize what we said about O-1 visa, right? Pretty much, guys, anyone who's a professional in your field can get O-1. Okay, trust me on that. We've done probably 200 cases like this. Okay, and everybody, I got only one denial on this visa. and I disagree with it. So as long as you have some experience and some work in your field, and you know what you're doing, it's almost a slam dunk case for everybody who wants to get this type of visa.
Very true, very true. You know, and like one of the things is if you're going with O1, you never submit a case if you don't feel you are not ready, you know. So
Oh
I
yeah,
always,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, like, you know, the
Not not
chances
not
of,
only
yeah,
submit, not only submit. We don't even take the
got
case where we because you know we at this point we kind of big enough to really worry about our reputation. So of course we
understood.
have a trust of people from more than 55 countries and
Got it.
lots of approvals. So each approval adds up to our goal and also gives us the gratitude because we're changing the lives.
Got it, got it. So a couple of questions, Stanislav. Number one is, you know, how long can it take to build your O1? Let's say if I come to you today and I'm like, hey, I want to get O1. I have less than a year for my H1B. I have one more attempt left and I don't want to take chances. I don't want to go back to India or I don't want to
Right.
go anywhere else. And then second is, how much cost can I expect for my O1 and then other fees as well, you know, because filing fees and stuff like that is also on top of the attorney fees. So can you give us an idea about that?
Uh, Sure. So the question is about the overall cost of this
Mhm.
process, right?
Yeah.
So, and I would add the timing to this
Yeah,
question,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
a lot of people, oh, how long it's going to take?
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
so the as to the timing, it's going to take six
Mhm.
months to prepare the whole petition, all the
Okay.
paperwork, all the evidentiary base, and additional criteria. We're going to file it, and we have a designer. At the end of the case, she makes the case beautiful. We print it out, send it overnight to USCIS. 2 weeks, we get approval. And then
Mm.
it will take about 2 months to schedule an interview in the embassy. Or if we're in the States, once
Yeah,
we change the status, that's it. We can
you're
work.
good.
Next
Yeah.
day, next day we can work. If we're outside and we need to get a visa, we schedule the interview about 2 months and we get the visa.
Okay.
So anywhere from 6 to 8 months, depending on where we're located.
Mm.
That's as to the timing. As to the cost of this whole process, we have a service in the company. It's called complete case
Mhm.
filing, right? So for O1, it's $11,000,
Got it.
right? So that's the cost of the attorney's fees. Plus, on top of that, we'll have some government fee. Around $3,000 is the government fee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then probably most of us are English speakers, so the documents are going to be in English. Then we don't have any translation
Got it.
costs, right?
Got
If
it.
we get to the point where it's a different language, whatever that is,
Mm.
add the translation costs, which are unknown at this point. And the
Mm-hmm.
last but not least is how much it's going to cost to go through the PR agencies to improve the case,
Case,
right?
yeah.
And that's there's it's also
Mm.
unknown, but the range of the pricing would be anywhere from 2-3 thousand to probably five
Got
six.
it.
So those are additional costs to invest in
Got
the
it.
case, get O1, and also build a firm base for EB1A.
Very true.
So that
Yeah.
money is never lost. It's always an investment in the case.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I think we have enough information of Owen and how to proceed that. So again, folks, if you want information, you want to connect with Stanislav's team, I have the link in the bio. You can just click on that and submit your profile, and they'll take a look at your profile. And if it makes sense, they'll reach out to you. So yeah, take a look at it and see what happens. So I want to
Absolutely.
jump on to the next topic, Stanislav, is like, let's say now, like we were talking about, let's say I have H1B and I have an EB2, or an EB3, whichever one, it's applied. I have an I-140 date, or yeah, I'm in the process of getting an I-140, and maybe I
Mhm.
have not done O1. So how do I go after EB1A now? Because it's a big task, it's like preparing for a triathlon or something like that. It's hard. It's not like you can just get up and go after it. So how do you do that?
Right. So, and I really love this topic because surprisingly, a lot of Indians who qualify for this type of visa do not realize that. So it's
Yeah.
kind of for them, it's kind of a miracle. Like, oh my God, and it's like a wow moment. So,
Mm.
so what happens? And let's
Mhm.
let's draw a picture of what's going on. So we have someone, and usually it's from India, right? There's other countries, but India is probably number one in this sense.
Mm.
Who came to the US on H-1B some times
Yeah.
ago. Okay, and usually, Indians are very hardworking people, very smart, and know what they're doing. So you guys start climbing the stairs in the career. So starting making good money,
Mhm.
starting changing the employers, starting working for big companies, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Visa, you name it,
Mm.
right? The biggest company in the world. Starting getting the positions on those companies, starting working on good projects, making good money, and getting the names out there. And of course,
Wow.
the company get them approved for EB2,
Mm.
right? So, but EB2 for Indians is like what, 12 years plus we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to be more, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of get approved for EB2, and our families here, probably our kids already citizens or the
Mm.
Americans, they go to school. So there is no way we're going back, right?
Oh,
But we have to
yeah.
wait, Lord knows how many years. But there is a way out. There
Yeah.
is a way out. And the way out is because we got all those things. We got the critical roles, we
Hmm.
got good income, we got definitely contribution in the field because we're working with big projects. We got judging the work of others through the company, assessing the work of other employees. And we always can get academic articles and the press, right? So those are
Got
six
it. Yeah.
criteria, which I want. We can pack the case within 6 months to the level of EB1A to get the
Okay.
talent visa approved, get it approved, and then we go to the USCIS and say, hey guys, we have EB2 approved 2019, let's say, for example. We
Mm.
ask you to substitute the priority dates as if our EB1A case was approved 2019. Okay?
Wow.
And because the EB1A priority date for Indians is
February
about
2022. Yeah.
February 2022, so anything before it is automatically qualifies us for adjustment of
Okay.
status, right?
Question
So,
for you,
so from
Stanislav,
mm-hmm,
here. Sorry to
yeah,
interrupt you. This is very important. So, like, what you're saying is, let's say we apply and you get approved because you have an I-140. You're saying that I can apply for an I-485 right away. And then how long will I get my, like, let's say work permit, and how long will I get my green card in hand? Can you tell us that as well? Because that's what
yeah,
motivates
pretty
people. Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
That would be really fast.
Okay.
Especially in comparison to the whole thing, that's going
Yeah.
to be lightning fast because once we get the substitution of the priority dates, which allows us to file 485 automatically,
Got it.
once we file it within 2-3 months on average, of
Hmm.
course
Hmm.
sometimes things happen, but on average, we'll get the work permit and advance parole
Nice.
for that, and within 6 to 9 months, we're holding the green card in the hand.
That's awesome. That's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. I think,
So
wow, if you have that, like basically in a year, less than a year, you have a green card. That's powerful. That's very, very powerful. Wow.
sometimes less than a year, less than a year, when in your mind it was like 10 years, right? So then
Very true.
we get back to 1 year and it's like, wow. So,
Yeah.
and I know the gratification of that is across the board because, when they get our clients from India in this situation would get the green card, they're like, oh
Yeah.
my God, like
Yeah.
it's like really, it's a miracle for them,
It
but
is.
it's good to do that.
Most people just have given up hope, to be honest. If you're from India, they're like, you have to go through all these challenges. Whereas I have friends from, Nepal or Bangladesh, and they are like able to get their green cards. Like they're here
Yeah.
5 years from the day they graduate, they have a green card. And my Indian friends
Yeah,
are like 9, 10 years. I myself
yeah.
is 8 years after graduation, and
Oh my God.
so, but yeah, I feel you. That's incredible, Stanislav. Thank you so much for that information. I'm just looking at my questions here. If we have any questions, so we do have 5 minutes. But before we take questions from our audience, is there anything else you want to cover? Am I forgetting something, or is there something you want to cover on your thing?
I think you were kind of through everything they wanted to discuss. But again, guys, those of you who want to know your chances for O-1, for EB-1A, regardless if you're Indian or not, your first step is a free evaluation. The link is in the bio. So go to Omkar's bio and find the link, press on it, fill out the form, and submit it. Okay,
All right.
that's how you start. You make this small step for the big process. Okay, but without that it's impossible.
Yeah. Appreciate you doing that because, I have been getting a lot of questions. My email is literally full and I'm not able to answer that. So this call is really nice so that, it's really great. And since yesterday the lottery was announced and there are a lot of people who are like, there are 400,000 people and there are like maybe 30, 40,000 seats, Stanislav.
Oh
It's
my
very
God.
unfair the way it
Yeah.
is. And so majority of these people, especially my audience, they're Indians, there are a lot of them here, and they really want to go after O1 visas and stuff like that. So let's take some questions from here and then,
Sure.
we can take that. So one of the questions is, can O1 be applied any time of the year? I believe that's a yes, right?
Absolutely. Yes, it's not like H1B. Only March is the lottery, and then you have to apply before a certain time. And O1 is 24/7.
Got it, got it. So one of the questions is, one of the students is doing day one CPT, which is they are going back to school, and then after 3 years of experience, they on OPT they didn't get H1B, and so they have gone back to school. Can they apply O1 on that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Got it. Okay. Uh, let's take some more questions. All right. What are the odds for getting an O1 visa?
99%. If I qualify you for the visa, you'll get it.
Got it. Got it. Perfect. That's awesome. All right. So, all right. Where is the link for the O1? The link is in the bio, guys. You can just click on that and then post it, and then you can get your questions answered for that. I have a couple of questions about O1, Stanislav. So let's say,
Mhm.
like I'm just graduating right now, and I don't have a employer. Let's say, next 6 to 8 months, I don't think I can find an employer because market is really bad right now to find a job. You know, can I apply for an O1 visa? Because I don't want to be stuck with OPT because OPT is so risky. Finding a proper employer is really hard right now.
Right.
Can we still do an O1?
Uh, we can, provided that we had some experience
Mm,
before going to the US school, right? Because if we just high school, then went to the college, then university, then we just we kind of became professionals, but we don't have any experience. And
mm,
because there's no experience, unless we've been into science
got
a
it.
little bit, publications, conferences.
Mm,
That
mm,
yes, if you guys didn't have any real work experience, but you have a bunch of publications, you spoke at conferences, maybe you worked with a professor in school with the research. Yeah, that's a good case for O-1.
okay, perfect. I have a very interesting question. So one of the lady asked, does this work for a foreign nurse in Ethiopia?
Sure. Yeah, there's no limit by the country. Any Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Madagascar. Yeah, we have Nigeria. We have a lot of clients from Nigeria. So yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of friends from Nigeria. They're very ambitious.
Yeah,
They're just like Indians. They want to study and they want to do STEM. They want to make more money. Yeah, very
absolutely.
ambitious people from there.
You
Yeah,
cannot blame people for that.
definitely, definitely. So, oh yeah, good question. Can you go from STEM OPT to O1 visa? It's a
Sure,
yes.
absolutely.
It's a yes.
Yeah.
I don't think, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and
okay.
by the way, I've been to Tanzania, guys. I climbed the Kilimanjaro, and so I
Oh,
was
really?
at the yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Oh, awesome. My
yeah.
best friend is in Tanzania. I'm planning to visit him maybe this end of this year or next year, on the way to India. And
You'll have
so,
fun. You'll
yeah,
have
and stop
fun.
by
Yeah.
in Kenya, maybe do some safari and stuff like that.
I'm
So, looking forward
jealous.
to it. Yeah. Were you in
Yeah.
Aruba? Where were you in Tanzania?
Uh, So I did the expedition to the top of
Nice.
Kilimanjaro, which is 6 kilometers.
Yeah.
That's a week, and then I actually stopped by in Ethiopia. Also, I went to the waterfalls. I can't remember.
Mm,
There's like oldest church, and there's like beautiful waterfalls. And I also went to safari in Tanzania. It was really good.
nice. I gotta check it out. I'll keep you
Yeah,
posted on that. All right. So,
let me know.
couple of more questions, guys. I have another call I have to get ready for, so we can answer a couple of questions. A very good question. So, Stanislav, let's say I get an O-1. Now, how do I go from O-1 visa to get a green card?
So the most obvious way is EB1A,
Mm,
right? Because those are the same criteria, but the depth is
mm,
different, right?
mm,
So if we already have O1, that's definitely a foundation
mm,
for EB1A.
mm,
So
mm.
as long as we continue getting more money when we work, going to the conferences, doing publications, working on the new projects, and maybe participating in different awards, then we start building case for EB1A. And of
Got it.
course, we provide the strategies how to get there.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the questions I had, and then audience has. Stanislav, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that. This was fun. We should do it
Yes,
again.
yes.
Let's do
Thank you for your
EB1A
time,
next time.
Omkar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be waiting for the free evaluation forms. Guys, get it done today so we could analyze them before the weekend. And I wish everybody good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, Stanislav. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Omkar. Talk
Yep.
to you later.
Bye.